courthouses across the nation, there's one conviction. One. And that conviction that happened in this courthouse will be appealed to the level as his last conviction was, which was overturned. We have very powerful evidence that there was gross juror misconduct at this trial. Very powerful evidence, not just relying on what we saw in the courtroom, what you all saw in the courtroom about a juror saying he's being so intimidated he refused to go back into the deliberating room. None of us have ever heard of that. We were just told in the hallway they were by more than one juror, they were deliberating on things that they weren't supposed to be deliberating on. The judge kept a lot of evidence out from the jury because it was not reliable. You can't rely on rumors. You can't, and it's overly prejudicial. So when you hear that jurors are relying on evidence that are not reliable, is overly prejudicial, should not be considered by them, and you have jurors saying, oh yeah, we considered this, and we considered this that we shouldn't have, that we shouldn't have, the other thing that we shouldn't have, it doesn't matter that juror number one said, no one forced me to. If he based his decision on illegal evidence, then it's an illegal trial, and it's got to be thrown out the window. So Mr. Weinstein is looking forward to his appeal. Mr. Weinstein is going to put forth a significant, before we get to appeal, post-trial memorandums about the gross juror misconduct. I see some very prestigious lawyers here who have tried probably over 100 cases. They all know that when jurors, we have two different jurors came out and said, Judge, what's going on in the deliberating room is not right. The courage that they had, the bravery they had to basically turn in their fellow jurors. We have the contact information for the jurors. We're going to do an in-depth investigation as to what went on there. We're going to file the motions in front of Judge Farber, and we're going to ask him, bring these jurors back and listen to what really happened in the jury room. Because what we found out in the last hour, by talking to the jurors in here, some of them, what happened in that jury room was absolutely improper, and it's black letter law. It's gross juror misconduct.
So while Harvey Weinstein is happy that he has not been convicted for the allegations, the false allegations that were brought by Kaya Sokola, obviously he's disappointed with the overall verdict. But we are very satisfied that we were able to knock out this charge, which was clearly fabricated and made up against Mr. Weinstein, as determined by this jury.
What's the takeaway from today? After 3 trials and 20 women, you have one conviction here. One. So maybe everyone was wrong to put Harvey Weinstein's face on the picture of the Me Too posters that went up all over the world 5 and 6 years ago. And maybe he was the most successful producer of his generation, and he may have been a tough boss, he may have been a tough negotiator, but he wasn't a sexual predator. For Mr. Weinstein's blood pressure and his heart and his cancer and his spinal stenosis, it's just such an up and down. And today, and it was obvious to all of us, he was exhausted. He's wiped out. They wanted to break him, and they've done a really great job. We're hoping that because of what's taken place and what we found out just a little while ago from some of the jurors who have been dismissed who want to help now, that Mr. Weinstein can see some serious light at the end of the tunnel. Thank you all very, very much.
Why was so much drama?
I don't think it was as bad as it was reported.
No?
No. I mean, it was a great experience my first time. I thought we had a great group. I think everybody was being respectful. And
12?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.